Right, here I am. Made it to the campsite, got the tent up, got some water, ready to start cooking. Let me just show the view first though, hold on. There we are, looking down Langdale, it's a bit hazy. Now, I've got some cooking to do tonight, and we've got a very good menu tonight. It's a classic dad dinner from the 1970s. So that is prawn cocktail, then steak and chips, and sherry trifle, and then Stilton. But before we start any of that, it is gone 6 o'clock, so we will kick off with a gin and tonic. Cheers. Well, it's time for dinner. And, for our first course, we have got prawn cocktail now. I went off to Booths in Windermere this morning to buy some things, and I was going to buy, you know, prawns and do the whole thing myself. But then I saw on the shelf a jar, a pot like this of there it is, of prawn cocktail ready to go. So it seemed rude not to. So prawn cocktail and crusty bread is my starter, and to accompany this we have a lovely tin of white wine. That's true style, that is, and culture. So first course, cheers. Good job I took that clip when I could, because the cloud has come right down. That is now my view from my door. Not so good. Still, my prawn cocktail was delicious. Now the time has come for the main course, which is steak. So I'm going to light the stove if I can. There we go. And to the pan I shall add some oil infused with garlic. Yum, yum, yum. Yummy garlicky oil. So heat that up. And it's quite hot, so I'm going to turn that down a bit. There we go. Windshield is a good idea. It's getting in the way a bit. Right there, right. And to this garlicky oil, I'm going to add this delicious fillet steak from Booths of Windermere. Look at that! Look at that delicious steak. Oh, oh, oh. Ah, yummy yum! In it goes. Nicely covered over. There we go. Right. I don't want that too hot. I turn that down a bit. And let's let that go. Ooh. Right, I reckon that steak is about done, medium rare. So I'm going to take it off the heat and put it into some foil, just let it rest. Wrap it up like that, keep that warm in my sleeping bag, and proceed to the next stage. And the next stage is chips. So we'll turn that down a bit, put the heat back on, and we're going to put in a load more oil. This is very garlicky. Lots of oil in there, and in this box here we have some chips, potatoes, which I shall now put in. Here we go. This is going to be a bit, I don't want to have a whole lot falling over. Do this rather gingerly. Put them in one at a time so they get probably coated with the oil. There we go. These also came from booths of Windermere. There we go. Right, I'll get back to you. Yeah, well, I say chips, but fried potatoes really. And for goodness sake, look, I've just noticed what the weather is doing. Let me just show you outside. Look, cleared up again down the valley, and look over there. Isn't that lovely? I'll try and take a photograph of that. How's that for a view? Cooking potatoes and amazing mountain scenery beyond. What I'm going to do now is add in the mushrooms. There we go. And the rest of the oil. Yeah, well, it didn't quite work out as I had hoped. The potatoes didn't really crisp up. My pan was not non-stick enough and gone a bit soggy. Still more like mashed potato. Still mashed potato with mushrooms. What's wrong with that? Nothing. Lots of garlic in there. I wish you could smell this garlic. It's time to return the steak to the pan to keep that warm. Here it comes. And there we have yummy yum steak and chips. Delicious. How about that? I expect you're wondering what wine one serves with steak at 3,000 feet, and the answer is yes, Hardy's Shiraz Cabernet. Interesting little wine. I'll let you know how it goes. Well, yeah, the potatoes were a bit disappointing, didn't quite make chips, but I have to say the steak is fantastic. Just look at this, just perfectly pink, slightly pink in the middle, medium rare, absolutely delicious. 5 stars. Lovely. Cheers. Right, it's nearly time to head in for my pudding and my cheese, but I'll just do a quick whiz around because it's such a lovely evening. Look at the clouds on these peaks there. There's my tent. Langdale. And Pike of Blisco. Ooh. Now it's pudding time, and pudding is again another cheat, I'm afraid. I was going to make something very elaborate, but then I was in Booths this morning and I saw individual pots of sherry trifle. What could be better? Prawn cocktail, steak and chips, sherry trifle. Happy days. Yeah, time goes on, and I've retreated inside the tent now, and it's time for no, I've had pudding. It's time for cheese, and look, I've got a lovely piece of Cropwell Bishop Stilton, and with this I'm having this thing which I found in Booths this morning. This is date and walnut cake, ideal with cheese, and very delicious. I hope. I'll let you know.